And also, we need to focus on reuniting as a nation culturally. Politics is downstream from culture. And there are two ideas that I deeply believe in. One, I think every graduating high school senior ought to be able to take and pass the same naturalization exam that new immigrants take when they become citizens to our nation. There needs to be a baseline of civics, something we have gutted over a period of decades in our country, reminding people of the responsibilities of citizenship as well as the rights, and giving us a common baseline of facts. It's also a subtle reminder that often it is new immigrants to our country who have the greatest appreciation for the blessings of being an American. I also think we need to re-examine and reassert a form of national service, not just focused on the military, but on things like AmeriCorps, Teach for America, working in national parks. There are state and local efforts as well as national efforts. This is something that has broad bipartisan support, but it has been stalled in the partisan food fights in Washington. But we need to find a way to get people out of their respective bubbles, to give something back, to remind us in action, what John F. Kennedy once said, which is that ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. This is a great and animating cause. Our nation will face its 250th birthday next year, the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. It is happening at a difficult time for our democracy at home and indeed democracies around the world. But we need to make sure that we are working together as democracies, that we are aligning as democracies against autocracies and not falling into that siren song that would say that autocracies can promise wealth without liberty. We need to be careful about how our algorithms are consciously dividing our nation, appealing to the worst of us, not the best. All this will take a lot of work. All this is a great animating cause, however, and it's a cause for which your generation and my generation must rise up, because I refuse to have the American experiment end or be degraded or damaged on our watch. I believe deeply in our country. My grandparents were immigrants, and I've been hell-bent on making sure that we pass on our nation to the next generation even better than it was handed to us. That's a lot of work, but remain animated and excited by that. This is a big goal, but it's within our power. That's the essence of democracy. That's the lesson of our history. So let's go forward together with a new sense of resolve to overcome the forces of poisonous polarization and hyperpartisanship, to reassert what unites us is greater than what divides us, that we are all Americans and all individuals and should be seen through that prism rather than fixating on any of our interesting differences, and that we have a rendezvous with destiny. We have a great cause that we can rally around, which is to strengthen American democracy for the 21st century together.